Jukun divinations, occasions, and people involved. In this video, we'll go over the several types of Jukun divining equipment and methods that local priests utilize to learn about the supernatural and divine intent for the people. On one end, the term divination is commonly understood to refer to the act of trying to figure out the future through some kind of supernatural means. It could also refer to the use of a set of occult, procedure, or ritual in an effort to shed light on a problem or issue. The practice of divination, which has been proved to play a significant role in the Jukun religious system, needs some commentary. A person accused of witchcraft may be put through a divination ordeal in which he or she must drink a concoction of seaweed from which he or she must vomit if innocent and not vomit if guilty. The mechanical instrument called a noko consists of 2 strings to which 4 pieces of calabash are attached. This is the most common technique of divination. The backbone of a Hausa fish called ansarki is used to make a series of 16 holes through which the string connecting the calabash pieces can pass. It is believed that the fragments of a calabash used for divination must have come from a calabash that had broken while holding water or light porridge, which are for some reason linked to expressing the truth. It is forbidden to use a calabash that has been shattered while holding alcohol as a divination tool, since its statements are said to resemble the ramblings of a drunk person. The diviner holds the 2 strings in his or her right and left hands alternately before letting them drop to the floor in front of them. Each possible arrangement of upside down and right side up calabash pieces suggests a well-established theme, and the interpretation relies on this fact. If the right strings break, turning the calabash such that the top piece is facing up and the other 3 pieces are facing down, a female subject matter is indicated. If all 4 pieces of the calabash land with their bottoms facing up, however, it means that the situation at hand may be dealt with immediately. When a diviner has established the significance of the first string throw, he moves on to the second throw, using the out throw of that string's toss to determine which of the several possible readings will best explain the first string's supposed subject matter. On the one hand, the possibility that gods, diviners, or even dead ancestors might exploit a divining tool for their own ends put a cap on the device's potential usefulness. It's possible that a dead relative will blame the woman's infertility on her lack of care for themselves and ask for libations to be offered to pacify him. A subsequent inability to conceive will prove that the ancestor had lied, but the woman's family would not hold him responsible. He may have been thirsty and used the divining apparatuses as a last resort. The Jukun also used the circling of a warthog's tusk, a wild pig with a large head and curved tusk, as a form of divination to determine the correct response to a particular inquiry. If it wanders around aimlessly, the answer is no. If it stops all of a sudden, it's yes. The Guana Jukun selects their leader by tapping on an antelope's horn. If the sound produced by the taps matches that of the recommended name, then the individual is deemed worthy of becoming chief. If the majority of the people in authority of choosing a chief disagree with the diviner's verdict, the judgment is nullified and another diviner is consulted to come up with a solution that everyone can agree with. The Jukun also use a technique called ambo, which includes rubbing a certain leaf and portion between one's palms in order to divine the future. The answer is affirmative if the hands snap back into place. On occasions of theft, the diviner will deploy his equipment, which could be anything from a warthog tusk to an ambo, to lead him to the location where the lost or stolen item is hidden. Upon arrival at the destination, the the tusk will stop circling or the diviner's hand will fall back to back. Finally, the Jukun appear to have adopted the practice of divination by observing the behavior of a land crab from their chamber neighbors. When a crab is spotted in its hole, the area around it is encircled with dried mud. The opening of the hole is marked by a calabash. A yes or a no response is recorded depending on whether the crab tips over the calabash or not. In some cases, the land crab might be used as a point of negotiation. 2 straws are inserted into a little piece of shea nut mush and placed in the crab's shell. To lure the crab out of the mush, oil and water are soaked into it. The seer then turns to the crab and challenges him to determine which of the 2 groups, each symbolized by a straw, is telling the truth. In this exercise, the truth teller is the one whose straw the crab pulls into its hole. Some Jukun diviners eat red peppers right before they practice their skill because they are said to clarify spiritual vision, while others have a lotion made from certain leaves applied to their eyes to give them the essential second sight. The Jukun people engage in a wide variety of divinatory practices, including those discussed here. If you haven't already, please subscribe to this channel so that you will be among those to know when we upload more amazing contents like this. Also, let us know in the video's comments if there are any specific areas of topics you'd like us to cover. Thank you for watching.